We were without internet from 11 in the morning until what ended up being around 8 o'clock at night. I'd be the first to go in an apocalypse. I just would not even know what to do. Chris is over here like, who needs internet anyway? Let's just be one with the land. And I'm like, frantic. I'm like, I can't do anything.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt, live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
We know there's only one team you want to watch, and Bally Sports is the place to get your Grizzlies. Experience the comebacks, the buzzer beaters, the can't-miss Memphis-made moments, live. Bally Sports keeps the grind going before and after the game, too, with Pete, Brevin, Fish, and Chris on Grizzlies Live. Watch Grizzlies basketball all season long with Bally Sports and streaming on the Bally Sports app. Bally Sports, home of the only team you want to watch.
Let's talk about some of the guys who get dunked on the most.
Mel Turpin. There's a great clip on YouTube, kids. Go look this up, where Michael Jordan gets the ball in the post, spins around John Stockton and dunks. As he runs down the court, a fan in Utah says, hey, pick on someone your own size. The next time down, Michael Jordan comes down, 7-foot-tall Mel Turpin's under the basket, and Jordan just hammers on him. And as he runs down the court, he turns to the fan and says, was he big enough?
IMHO with Lang Whitaker and me, Kelcey Wright Johnson, on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Did you do anything in that St. Joe's game?
No, I was strictly playing defense. Delonte West was tough. That's a pro. Oh, my God. That step back. With that
Oh, wait, hold on. 40 minutes. You didn't even get a rest.
No, I
You
played the whole
all 40.
game.
6 for 11 from the field.
That was me?
12 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists.
Oh, I was nice that game. I thought I ain't getting double figures.
The Chris Vernon Show, presented by Caesars Sportsbook, live weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Live from the Built Ford Tough studio at FedEx Forum, it's the Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South, on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Gary Parrish.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. My eardrums just got blown out, but I'm happy to be in studio. Gary's going to be with us. He is in Phoenix still. I'm still so jealous, even though he said he's only working. I still think he's on vacation there. Whatever. Bennett and I are going to have some cute little combos today, and then we're going to get into 5 more things. We're going to talk Marc Gasol. We're going to talk Wrestlemania. It's the first one I ever watched, and I think he's going to be excited with my opinions. I also have the secret to longevity. I read an article on how we're all going to live until we're 120 years old. So I can't wait to have some wisdom for you guys. Let's get to Gary. Good morning.
Good morning. Living to 120 years old. I don't even know if that sounds like a good thing. That sounds miserable. At least like the last 30 or 40 years of it.
Just the last 9 years are going to be miserable. Would you sign up for that?
Sign up for 120 with 9 miserable years, but that would mean I'd get 111 good years.
Yep.
I'd take 111 good years. At this point, I'd take like 55 good years. I'd settle for that at this point. Okay. I feel like I'm running out of good years.
No, you just got to stick around for the whole show, and I'm going to teach you the secret to living 111 good years.
Well, I can't wait for that. That's a professional tease, Kelcey. That's very, very well done.
Thanks. And actually, you want to see a professional right here? The secret has a lot to do with the meat that you eat, but it's not chicken. But you know who's going to be eating a ton of chicken?
I don't know.
John Calipari.
There you go. I see what you're doing.
Yeah, the news broke yesterday, kind of as everyone's going to bed. Maybe not for you because you're a couple hours behind. The last time we talked, we were talking about...
Whoa.
What's that?
That's you.
How?
Oh, no, it's me. Sorry.
Bennett just tried to blame
Bennett.
me.
Oh, you got some audio stuff going on right now.
Bennett just tried to blame me.
No, that was me.
Bennett, take responsibility for your own actions. Don't blame our guest host. We're lucky to have her, and you're blaming her for things already.
Okay, I swear to God, when we started this show, I think I lost my hearing for real.
I know.
We came
my
in
eardrums,
really hot.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened. I'm good now, though. Sorry.
Last time we spoke, Gary, before Bennett rudely interrupted me with my own voice and then blamed
right.
me. We were talking about Musselman leaving, and we were like, oh, that's cool. Now who's going to be in Arkansas? And then Wes Moore, with 2 S's, popped off last night before Shams and everyone else did. What's your initial reaction?
I would not have a week ago predicted John Calipari was going to be the next head coach at Arkansas, so I don't want to use revisionist history. But once it started popping yesterday, you would hear it a little bit around the Final Four, just people asking you or texting you like, hey, have you heard anything about Cal and Arkansas? Do you think this Arkansas and Cal stuff is real? And once it got to that point, it seemed clear as we were heading deeper into the night that this was real. There was some substance to it. And then once it got so far down the road where you were hearing about contract negotiations and that John Calipari is in discussions. Simply put, once it got to the point publicly where John Calipari was in discussions, there was no turning back. He was going to have to accept the Arkansas job. And in the simplest terms, what appears happened here is that John was smart enough to understand he was one more bad year away from getting fired at Kentucky. And rather than deal with that, not humiliation exactly, but disappointment, he was given a parachute out of Lexington by some old friends he's had for a long time, connected to the University of Arkansas, most notably, as you noted, the Tyson family. And so now my understanding is with this contract, he will not leave any money on the table. He will make just as much money, if not more, going forward as he would have made had he continued to go forward at Kentucky. And then on the other side of this, if you're trying to figure out why Kentucky would never, ever, ever try to do a single thing to get him to not take the Arkansas job, it's because if they were ever going to fire him at some point, the buyout in this moment was in excess of $30 million. Now Kentucky gets out of this with nothing. In other words, Kentucky gets to divorce John Calipari without paying a penny. John Calipari gets to divorce Kentucky without leaving money on the table. Simply put, this is probably a good thing for both sides.
Okay, so I'm hearing you do the math, and I'm not a math girl, but if the buyout's $30 million, he has to be making bank at Arkansas, no?
Well, there's a lot of different numbers out there, so we'll wait for the contractual particulars to be made public. But the reporting is that there's some sort of package that's been put into place where, let's just say John Calipari gets $8 million a year to coach at Arkansas and then has a NIL fund of, say, $6 million a year to build a basketball team. Now, maybe that number ends up being $9 million for Cal and $5 million for NIL, or $10 million for Cal and $4 million for NIL, or $10 million for Cal and $5 million for NIL. But what is clear here is that these Arkansas boosters have stepped up and made it obvious to him, you're going to make as much money as you were making at Kentucky. You're at no risk of being fired next March, which you absolutely were at Kentucky. And if you're concerned about roster building, don't worry about that. We now live in an era where money buys the best players out of the transfer portal, and you're going to have as much money, if not more, than anybody else. So again, it's really a nice situation for John, although I know he's probably conflicted walking away from a place where he won a national championship, because though like a Billy Donovan can walk away from Florida after winning a national title to go to the NBA, it is very unusual for a college basketball coach to win a national title at a school and then leave that school voluntarily for another school. But that is what John Calipari has done. Before him, 2 Kentucky coaches ago, Tubby Smith did the same thing. So that's an interesting part of this as well. What is it about that Kentucky job that has made 2 of the past 3 Kentucky coaches at some point after winning national titles say, I can't do this anymore. It's time to go, even if I am taking, by definition, a lesser job. That was the Tubby Smith story, and now it's the John Calipari story too.
Is it again, I don't know college basketball, obviously, even close to what you do, but I know the big schools. I know Duke, I know Kentucky, I know Kansas, I know like the UConns of the world. Is it just the fact that you're pretty much like championship or bust? Like if you don't win, it's looked at as not a successful year. So like the pressure of that builds.
There's no pressure in college basketball like the pressure at Kentucky. It wears on you, it ages you, and every person who has ever coached there would tell you that. So it's not just that you have to win national championships every year, but through 15 years at a place like Kentucky, with all of the players that have come through there under Cal, I think even Cal would probably tell you he should have more national titles than the one that he has. But his biggest issue lately hasn't been just not winning a second national title. It's been disappointing in the NCAA tournament. They get eliminated by St. Peter's one year. They get eliminated by Oakland one year. And that doesn't even count the weird COVID year where it was the worst Kentucky record/season in modern UK basketball history. So it had really been since 2015 when he was in the Final Four with an undefeated team that had Devin Booker and Karl Anthony Towns and somehow lost to a wildly less talented Wisconsin team. Ever since then, it's been a steady decline, not necessarily in recruiting, but definitely in results. And it led to a point where I think if Kentucky could have snapped its fingers and done it for free, they would have been happy to fire him 2 days after the loss to Oakland. But when it cost you, in theory, $33 million to get that done, well, that's a big number to pay, particularly when Kentucky had under Cal a top 5 recruiting class on the way, a preseason top 20 team on the way. So they had sort of decided, we're just going to run this thing out, cross our fingers and see where it goes. But then SMU fires Rob Lanier, so they go and hire the USC coach, Andy Enfield. So now USC's open. They hire Eric Musselman. So now Arkansas's open, and Arkansas has boosters that have long relationships with John Calipari and enough money to say, you know what? Rather than get turned down by at least third person in this coaching search, let's just throw all the money at the guy who needs to get out of the place where he is and try to make this work in Fayetteville the way it worked at least early at Kentucky and later in his tenure at Memphis. So that's where we are now. And again, it's I promise you right now, John Calipari is happy and will live a more reasonable life going forward, because everything that went wrong at Kentucky starting next season and at any point during the season was going to feel like the biggest thing ever. Now all of that stuff is removed. I'm confident his life will get easier, more comfortable. At Kentucky, I'm confident that they're excited now because they get to move on, which is what they wanted to do anyway, and it doesn't cost them in excess of $30 million. And at Arkansas, there was no telling where this search could have gone after being turned down by multiple candidates already. But then you come in and you just grab the biggest name you could have gotten, and so they're thrilled right now. I'm not predicting that he'll knock it out of the park at Arkansas because he's had all the resources he needed to knock it out of the park at Kentucky, for the past 8-9 years, and hasn't really done that consistently. So as always, we'll see. But I think at 10:12 a.m. Central on this Monday, April 8th, Kentucky fans are thrilled. Arkansas fans are thrilled, and John Calipari is probably more comfortable than he's been in a while.
Is Musselman still thrilled? We talked about all the reasons why he wanted to leave. Is he still cool?
I bet he looks at that and I think everybody's getting what they want here.
Perfect.
Eric Musselman needed to leave Fayetteville. He didn't want to be in Fayetteville anymore. He had this one bad year. The relationship had gotten a little awkward there. LA was an option, so he took it. And I think once you move on and take something in coaching or any other job or just life in general, it's kind of a waste of energy to look back and see what's going on after you. So I bet you didn't think Cal would be the next coach at Arkansas if he took the USC job. But at the end of the day, that's got really nothing to do with USC, with Eric Musselman going forward. I will say, though, Musselman, what he did at Arkansas will probably have something to do with John Calipari going forward, because Muss, in a very short amount of time, went to 2 Elite Eights at Arkansas, was on the verge of a Final Four, won a lot of games, and John's going to be held to that standard. In other words, if we look up in 3 years and John Calipari hasn't been to the Sweet 16, people are going to take his Wikipedia page, compare it to Eric Musselman's Wikipedia page, and highlight that this thing isn't going so well. But that, we could talk about that another day. I don't know if we'll ever get there, but we certainly could.
All right. I'm ready to move on to Final Four. Are you?
I'm ready to move on to the day after the Final Four, maybe even 2 days after the Final Four. I cannot wait for this college basketball season to be over, but I am thrilled for tonight because we get the two best teams in the country meeting in the final game of the season, which I know happens frequently in other sports, but it doesn't happen frequently in college basketball simply because of the nature of a single elimination tournament of 40-minute games with foul trouble and a short three-point line and all the other things that can lead to wild upsets and wild results that make March Madness what it is. But here we are on the final day of the season, and UConn and Purdue have, with Houston also, but for the most part, UConn and Purdue have been the best two teams in the country. Dan Hurley said for the past 2 years, and there's some truth to that as well, but either way, from November till now. On one side, you get Zach Edey, the two-time National Player of the Year. On the other, at the same position, Donovan Clingan, who it will be likely, or at least possibly, the number one center taken in the next NBA draft. It could be the number one overall pick. Matt Painter, trying to do a redemption story, lose to a 16 seed last season, come back, win a national title this season. That would be historically significant. And if he doesn't do it, that means Dan Hurley's going to, and then UConn would be the first back-to-back national champion since Florida in 2006, 2007. That would be historically significant. So am I ready to get back home, burn my suitcase, and relax a little bit? Yes. But, tonight is going to be awesome, and I can't wait to get into the stadium for it.
Do you actually get to go attend the game today, or do you have like another 8-hour show you have to?
Oh, God. Okay. Let's just run through it. I have, as soon as I get through talking to you, I will start preparing for the Eye on College Basketball podcast that we're taking to CBS Sports Network. That'll be on CBS Sports Network, I believe, at 1 p.m. Central. And then I will do 30 minutes on CBS Sports HQ from the convention center here in Phoenix. Then I'll take a car from the convention center to the stadium. We'll have a 2-hour pregame show on CBS Sports Network where I will, spoiler alert, spend the final segment, I'm told, in a dunk tank outside State Farm Stadium. I think that's happening. If you want to see me in a dunk tank on national television later today, that's going to be available, weather permitting, I guess. And then after that, we get a basketball game. And then after that, it's another 1-hour television show. After that, another 1-hour podcast. And then after that, I got to wake up tomorrow morning, do another Eye on College Basketball podcast on CBS Sports Network. And then I'm going straight to the airport. And that's the moment I'm looking forward to.
I'm sorry. So you're going to be wet for the next 3 things you have to do after the dunk tank?
I'm gonna assume that there are gonna be towels available and that I'll be able to dry off, but I will absolutely have to do a costume change at some point because, yes, I'm going to be I'm going to be sitting in a dunk tank. I'm assuming at some point I'm going to get dunked, and yes, that means I'm going to have to do a costume change, but that's fine. It's the last day of the season, and I brought extra suits.
You know what? I guess like my hair would be the thing that would look the wettest, but you can just towel off and.
Yeah, it's not. I never wanted to be bald. I liked myself as a younger version, but probably that's not true. But I liked hair. But I will tell you, if you're looking for the pros and cons, one of the pros about not having any hair is that if you were ever asked to abruptly be on camera, hey, we need you right now, you don't have to fix your hair. You just have to throw on a shirt and a jacket. And so I'll get out of a dunk tape and I'll have some, I'll have water on my head, but it's not going to mess up my hair because I don't have any.
I love the glass half full view of everything. I love that.
Oh, that's not actually my approach in life, but if I can use it today just to get through today, then I'm going to find it helpful.
All right. So the championship game is tonight. Purdue and UConn, like you said, two of the absolute best teams all season long. UConn just, I don't know. It went back and forth, right? Like they kept us on our toes for the first little bit. Purdue just led the whole way, whatever. I think everyone expected this. Like there was no, Final Four. Everyone was like, we know pretty much who's going to be in the championship. Crystal ball, do you have predictions? Is it a close game?
I hope it's a close game. I do think it will be a close game, but it is interesting that UConn opened as a 6.5-point favorite, which is a larger number than I anticipated, if only because when you look at the computers, particularly the predictive metrics, they all have this much closer than that. At KenPom, it's projected as a 3-point UConn win. In other advanced metrics, it's like a 1-point UConn win, a 2-point UConn win. 2.5 UConn wins. So the idea that the betting markets moved this all the way up to 6.5 suggests that they are begging people to take Purdue. Keep that in mind. UConn has won, and this is crazy, 11 straight NCAA tournament games by at least 13. Yes, that's like double digits, yes, but if you want to take it even further up, it's by at least 13 points. So as Dan Hurley, the UConn coach, said yesterday, we have been making a very hard tournament look easy, and he's exactly right. They've been taking what is traditionally a hard tournament and make it look very easy, and barring a surprise tonight, UConn will be your two-time back-to-back national champions, or more accurately, I believe at that point, a 6-time national championship program. So, listen, UConn's the favorite. If you're looking at efficiency numbers, UConn is more efficient offensively than Purdue. UConn is more efficient defensively than Purdue. UConn has better computer numbers across the board than Purdue. UConn has more NBA players than Purdue. By any other measuring stick, when I say all these things I'm saying right now, I would lead myself to, well, you have to take Purdue. You have to take UConn. It's obvious they have advantages in a variety of ways. But I've been on Purdue for a long time, really since November, as the best team in the country, the team I believe would win the national championship. I know they will have to upset somebody to do it, but I do think they're capable. And I've got Purdue winning a national championship. It's first in school history. And let's say a 72-70 victory tonight over UConn. It will require UConn being a little off, probably shooting below average from the perimeter. But sometimes they do that. UConn has been called unbeatable a lot over the past week or two or three, but that's not technically true. This is a 3-loss team. They have been beaten. Now, one of the losses was at Kansas, and everybody loses at Kansas, so let's not even focus on that at all. But the other losses were at Creighton, at Seton Hall, and if you're looking for a common denominator in those UConn losses, they shot below 20% from three in both of them. So they're capable of missing shots from the perimeter, and it will probably take something like that, like a statistical anomaly, to allow Purdue to win this game. But I think that I'm not ruling that out. And I would take the 6.5 points, and I'm actually going to be one of the few people, I imagine, on TV today picking Purdue to win this national championship. And again, from a probabilities perspective, I'm likely to be wrong, but I'm just going to keep believing in this Purdue team the way I've been believing in them all season, and we'll see if I can look smart, after 40 minutes of basketball tonight.
Well, you're getting me hyped up, but also conflicted because I own a Purdue shirt, and I feel like after he's telling me that UConn is like favored to win by this much, this would be the last day I could have worn it, and I didn't wear it, so now I'm pissed.
No, you should have worn it.
I should have worn it.
Yeah.
But if they win tomorrow, how cool I look rocking a Purdue shirt after they win. But then if they lose, I can't wear it tomorrow, so now I'm just a little upset. I don't know.
Okay, so now we both got skin in the game, so to speak. We need Purdue for different reasons. I need Purdue so that I don't have a million UConn fans calling me an idiot for the next 24 hours. And you need Purdue so that you can wear your Purdue shirt tomorrow. So we're in this thing together now.
Yeah, it seems like you have a little bit more, but yeah, okay.
But maybe my stakes are a little higher, but I do think people would like to see you in a Purdue shirt.
All right. Well, it's Skims today for the win. Gary, thank you. Go get dunked. Go get ready to be on TV all freaking day. We appreciate you so very much, and I will be watching you get wet tonight.
I appreciate you. I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna leave that there. I appreciate you sitting in that chair, and I will see you real soon.
All right. Have a safe flight home. Everyone else, Ben and I are going to take over after the break. We're going to talk about women's championship that happened yesterday. We're going to talk about Wrestlemania. The first one I watched, Bennett. I hope you're proud of me.
I'm ready to talk about it.
All right.
Let's go.
All right. We'll be back after a quick break.
Justin Timberlake. I'm bringing sexy back. The Forget Tomorrow World Tour. Live in Memphis. Justin Timberlake. FedEx Forum, Saturday, November 23rd. Get tickets now at LiveNation.com. The brand new single, Selfish, is available to stream and download now. For more, hit up JustinTimberlake.com.
Real country music with Cody Johnson, live. Saturday, April 13th at FedEx Forum. Country's best. The Leather Tour with Cody Johnson. With special guest Justin Moore. Also featuring Drake Milligan. VIP and reserve seats on sale at Ticketmaster.com in the FedEx Forum box office. Cody Johnson.
Don't Worry Be Fluffy World Tour.
The minute you get into a brand new relationship, like magic, you know who really notices just how happy you are, guys? Other women, not your woman. Look how happy he is. I bet I can change that.
Friday, May 10th, FedEx Forum. Get your tickets now at fluffyguy.com. Don't miss a Memphis Don't Worry Be Fluffy World Tour.
We know there's only one team you want to watch, and Bally Sports is the place to get your Grizzlies. Experience the comebacks, the buzzer beaters, the can't-miss Memphis-made moments, live. Bally Sports keeps the grind going before and after the game, too, with Pete, Brevin, Fish, and Chris on Grizzlies Live. Watch Grizzlies basketball all season long with Bally Sports and streaming on the Bally Sports app. Bally Sports, home of the only team you want to watch.
Nate Bargatze, the Be Funny Tour.
I mean, Chuck E. Cheese is rough. I don't know if you've been there in a while. They look like they're trying to go to business and they can't.
All new material.
They filed for bankruptcy and they're still open. They called Blockbuster and they're like, how do you get out? We want out.
Nate Bargatze. Friday, May 31st, FedEx Forum. Tickets available at FedEx Forum box office or Ticketmaster.com. Produced by Outback Presents Nate Bargatze, the Be Funny Tour.
Welcome back into the Gary Parrish Show. I'm Kelsey. I'm here with Bennett, and I am ready to talk about the women's side. South Carolina versus Iowa yesterday. South Carolina stays absolutely perfect, Bennett. Caitlin Clark misses out on a championship in her college career, but I mean, the first, I'd say 3/4 of this game was so exciting.
So I'm obviously bummed because I had they do like an office bracket up here, and my men's bracket was trash this year, but I had a chance in the women's bracket. It was me and Sid. She had South Carolina, and I had Iowa, and if I would have won, I would have gotten a nice little chunk of change. I don't really know, but I mean, there's a lot of people participating, so I think we had to pay a lot, so I think it was probably going to be a lot. So that hurts a little bit. But yeah, it was a good game. I thought that
Hey, I love your hoodie.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. Shout out Zach Myers. That was the collection, the 191 collab they did on Saturdays. Yeah, for the Marc Gasol thing.
Does it have a little orange tag right here?
It's got a little tag on it. Yeah, it's got a little orange tag. I don't know if they might have some stuff left in the team store, so we got a game tomorrow night. But yeah, he had some good gear. He had this, and I also got the Core 4 shirt. I mean, I had to. It was Marc Gasol night. So, yeah. I thought Iowa was pressing a lot towards the end of that game. Like, they started fouling, I think, with 2 minutes left or something like that. And it's like, dude, this is like a 6-point game. What are we doing here?
No, but like it was a 6-point game, but like it wasn't. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I know what you mean.
Like that.
Every time they had any momentum, South Carolina stopped. I got you.
They stopped it. Like they had control of the game. I don't know. The whole fourth quarter. Like it never felt like Iowa made a run, but they didn't like take over. That momentum never actually got anywhere. Caitlin Clark posted after the game. Did you see? Hello.
What'd she say?
She posted like her jersey, her shoes.
I'm here.
Her jersey, her shoes, and she was like, I don't know. She said like, I'll miss you or I'll see you soon or whatever. It made me so sad, just because of how iconic she has been in women's college basketball. Like even Dawn Staley after the game thanking her for what she's done for the sport. Like it's just it's sad.
It was sad.
It was sad.
It was sad. Man, on the flip side, like the South Carolina story, I mean it did just get buried because of these like star players that were on other teams, but I mean, that was far and away the best team all year. To go undefeated, I mean, and especially when the sport's got a bunch of stars. I mean, you're going through these stars one by one on your way to the championship. So, like, kudos to Dawn Staley and that crew. There was a cool, like, GP always wants to look for, like, the cool stories in
Camilla?
this. Yeah, so I didn't even realize
We love
this.
an international student.
Yeah, Camilla, is it Cardoso? Yeah, so she moved to the U.S. from Brazil by herself, age 15, didn't speak a lick of English, lived with her AAU coach. She commits to Syracuse, transfers to South Carolina, wins the title, career high 17 rebounds, her second championship. Like, that's as good as it gets.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a cool story. Happy for South Carolina. And I did also think that it got overshadowed by your favorite player is Kelsey Plum, right?
I love Kelsey Plum.
Is it Plum or Plume?
Plum.
Plum. Kelsey Plum. Did you see the video of her
Eating
that's
popcorn?
gone viral?
Yeah.
I think we have it.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to show it. So I know this is your favorite player, and this video is going viral. And at first I was like, why is this video going viral? Someone said it's white girl humor.
Yeah. Well, Kelsey Plum.
Did you find that video funny?
No.
No.
But Kelsey Plum is very like goofy.
I felt like that might be your kind of humor. Like when I saw that video, I was like, I could see Kelcey Wright Johnson doing that in a video. No, you didn't think that was funny?
No.
Okay.
But I love Kelsey.
It felt like your kind of humor. I thought about sending it to you because I was like, Kelsey would think this is hilarious.
No. You know what it actually reminded me of? You're not on TikTok, are you?
I'm not on TikTok.
Okay,
I'm worried about like China stealing my information.
No, you're not. China has your information.
That's what you're right. Everyone has my information.
Like I have your information,
I'm
and
kidding.
I've sold it already. It reminded me. So there's this TikTok. Like I'll put it in like a small trend with quotations around it. So first off, there is a group of content creators.
Yeah.
Who make these videos like seriously, and they'll be like, "I'm so goofy," and it's them like spilling on themselves. You're like, I'm so goofy and relatable.
I've seen them.
Yeah, but then
it started with the dude with the boba tea.
There we go.
That's where it started.
There we go.
Yep,
But then there's a group of content creators that make fun of them.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And they'll be like, oh, I'm so goofy, but they're like mocking them. They'll be like, oh, I'm so goofy. Look at how I like brushed my hair wrong. And it honestly reminded me of like that first group of content creators who are like, look at how goofy I am. I eat popcorn like this. And then all I can see is the people making fun of her. But I love Kelsey Plum. She can do no wrong.
she's great.
She can
She's
do no
great.
wrong to me.
She's
beautiful. She's cool. She's funny. She's really good at basketball. Kelsey Plum has it all.
Okay, so kudos to South Carolina. They go undefeated, win the national championship. But let's get.
I wish it was a closer game. That's my one complaint.
And the thing is when the line before the game, it was pretty. It felt like Iowa was going to be up against it when that thing started.
Yeah.
It really did. I mean, you could tell instantly, like the athletes
South
SC
Carolina
has.
was dominant.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
They just dominated the whole year.
I mean, it was, and I'm not like Iowa was a great team, but just the size discrepancy between those two teams, it was like you noticed it immediately.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to more important things.
Don't ever say that again.
I didn't mean it like that. It's just more important, like to my heart because I'm a wrestling fan. Okay, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it as a shot to women in the game. We've been talking a lot of women's basketball on this show. Don't try to pull that.
No, you're right. Let's talk about the men. Go ahead.
Well, there's.
No, go ahead.
No.
We can be done. We can be
Hold
done.
on now. The women dominated this event as well. This wasn't.
No, they did not.
Okay, WrestleMania was last night.
The women's match last night was 2 thumbs down.
All right, WrestleMania 40 was last night. Night 2 of WrestleMania. Night 1 was.
Are you proud
Saturday.
of me at least?
So you watched.
Yeah.
You watched. You didn't see night 1 because we were all obviously here for the
I
Marc
went to
Gasol
Vernon's
thing.
last night and watched.
You did. Okay. And
I was all in.
Thanks for the invite.
All in.
Appreciate it, Vernon.
Oh my God.
What were your thoughts? This is your first WrestleMania experience.
That I can remember. So I used to go to wrestling when I lived in Niagara for a couple years, and they would have like big wrestling stuff with John Cena over in Buffalo.
Yes.
And so I used to go to wrestling. I had a huge crush on John Cena. When that man popped out yesterday. Okay, first of all, my number one thought as a woman for the first time watching WrestleMania is that Roman Reigns is stunning. That's my thought.
Yep.
You're not here with me.
No, I keep hearing something's going on with my audio today. I don't know what's up. I keep hearing things.
Just take it off.
Yeah. No, it's all good.
You can't hear me in real life?
I'm listening.
Take off your headphones.
Yeah. Go ahead. Well, I got to hear Kyra. She's got to talk to me.
Oh, Kyra.
So, okay, let's go.
That's my thought.
What?
Roman Reigns is beautiful.
So that was obviously disappointing to me, but we knew it was going to go this way.
No, I want you to say that he's like.
Oh, he's a beautiful man. He's my tribal chief. Put your one up.
He's everyone's tribal chief.
Well, no, when we say Roman Reigns, yeah. So night one, we were here. I was watching it on my computer. We had like the big station set up because we had the Final Four, we had WrestleMania, all that going on during the Marc Gasol retirement ceremony.
Which we will talk about after the break. But
yes,
right now,
this
is about Roman Reigns.
Yeah. So I thought that night one was fine. There was a couple good moments. Overall, not even close to night two. Night one, like the cool moments I thought were, I liked that they kicked it off with Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley. I think Rhea Ripley's an awesome women's champion, and she's like one of the biggest stars in the sport right now. Like she's going places. So that was cool. Seeing her beat Becky, retain her title. Sami Zayn beating Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship was really cool.
This is all night one?
Yeah, this is all night one. That was a cool WrestleMania moment. And so then you had the main event, which set up night two. So
my allergies are popping off.
No, you're
right
good.
now.
Go ahead. It's the eclipse. It's got us all like.
No, I'm cool. I just have to sneeze.
Have you not noticed that the eclipse is like? That's why I think this audio thing I think it's eclipse related.
Look, I'm
like
rolling
weird...
my eyes. I'm very I'm into zodiac signs and stuff, but like I'm not into. You know what? It's the eclipse, and I think Mercury is in retrograde. And I'm not even BSing you.
Okay,
it's the double whammy.
All right, so teaser because we're gonna get to the eclipse as well and 5 more things. But I think that there's some weird juju going around.
You think that the eclipse is ruining your audio?
I just think something's not
think
just
the universe
that. Like
cares enough about your audio.
Not just my audio. I'm saying the vibes. Like you know how you get a feeling. Like you're talking about your zodiac stuff. You get just there's a.
What's your zodiac sign?
There's a Capricorn.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Yeah. So what's yours?
Also.
Capricorn. Oh, you're a Capricorn too, right?
That's why we hate each other.
Shout out. Yep, that's right. So, okay, night one, The Rock, Roman Reigns, they beat Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins in the tag match in the main event. Rock pins Cody, and so that sets up this big night two where it's going to be bloodline rules for the Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes.
Finish the story.
Yeah,
was that what it was?
Finish the story. So let's.
Did you like that tagline?
Finish the story.
Yeah,
I don't like Cody. I mean, I like Cody. Like, I don't like the Cody crybabies. Okay. They ruined WrestleMania, but it's fine. Whatever. It was. I'll acknowledge it was a cool moment, and we'll get to that. Let's talk about some of the. Let's talk about some of the other stuff before we get to that one.
I got ahead of myself.
What did you? Outside of that main event, what did you think was cool? Like, what caught your eye as someone who never watches this stuff?
Remind me of stuff, and then I'll tell you if I liked it.
Okay, so there was the Bobby Lashley Street Profits tag match versus the Final Testament, the 6-man tag match. That was a bathroom break match.
Oh, I didn't have a bathroom break. I watched the entire thing.
Okay,
but I did get there late.
Logan Paul, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens.
Yeah, I liked that one.
That was cool.
Yeah, because Logan Paul, I thought I hated him. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I've ever watched him. From social media, I thought I just didn't like the Paul brothers. I like him.
Okay. It's funny you say that because that is exactly how I feel.
Okay.
Years ago, I couldn't stand the Paul brothers. What is this gimmick? You know, who are these like YouTube guys? They're lame. It's not funny.
But I like him now.
Dude, they are so good. And I like Logan because of the WWE thing. The Jake Paul boxing stuff, he's going to fight Tyson on Netflix. Yeah. Like, whatever. That's fine.
I will watch that also.
I will watch it too. That's the thing is those guys are so good at getting eyeballs. And whether you love them or hate them, you're going to watch. That's the thing. Like, again, I'm the guy that's like, I can't stand the Paul brothers. Why do people care about this? This is so stupid. And you will watch every single time. Like that match was a lot of fun. He gets the brass knuckles, hits Kevin Owens. You know, he cheats to win his championship. They had the Prime mask.
Oh my God, the Prime bottle. As soon as he pulled, I don't know anything, so hear me out. But as soon as he pulled off his little mask, Vernon's kids were like, what is his name, Speed or whatever? They were like, hey, that's Speed. I'm like, who is this guy?
I know.
Like YouTube reigns.
YouTube reigns. You're right. And so that was cool. Like I
I'm so sorry.
No,
it was
no.
just like so icky. The way he got pulled out of his prime costume. I was like, oh, I'm embarrassed for you.
It was so aggressive.
He just like,
yeah.
I didn't like
Randy
that.
Orton threw him around.
Yeah.
He got
Like a
manhandled.
rag doll.
Yeah, there was some realness to that. Like Randy was like, I'm gonna hurt this guy for real.
Yeah.
So that was cool. Logan retains his title. Anything else? You had the Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre. So I called this on the show Friday when we were all sitting here and talking about WrestleMania and what like we thought it was gonna be like. I said that Damian Priest, and I think we had the picture of him and Triple H. I said that Damian Priest was going to come out, cash his money in the. I said something was going to happen during the Rollins and Drew McIntyre match. Damian Priest, remember, he comes out with his briefcase and cashes it in and wins the championship. You weren't paying attention.
Did this happen at the beginning?
No, this happened at the very beginning. So you were late. Okay,
I was late. Yeah.
I
I had to drive out there. It's far as heck.
So I said here on Friday, and I said, I think that Damian Priest is cashing his money in the bank and winning a title. And
I
it's
remember
not
you said this because you were like, he's had that money for so long.
He's
now.
had it for a
Yeah.
year because the Money in the Bank pay-per-view is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And so I knew it wasn't going to be the Roman Cody Rhodes match. Like, you're not going to insert Damian Priest into that match. And so you got to put him in the match for the other championship belt. And that's what they did. He wins it because Drew McIntyre beats Seth for the title. It was a good match. And then you had the moment where CM Punk's on commentary, who's injured. He tore his quad at the Royal Rumble. And CM Punk takes his cast off and hits Drew with it. Drew's out. Damian Priest comes running down with the money bag. Cash it. I'm cash right now. He wins the title. So that was a cool way to kick off night two. I thought that was really cool. You had Io Sky and Bayley. Bayley beats her for the championship. You didn't like that. You said the women did not reign supreme on night two.
I found it, like, I don't know. Boring. I don't know if that's like the right word.
So I think the problem with
like they didn't do anything fun.
Well, the problem with it, in my opinion, is night one you had Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch for the other title, and
it was better.
And it
right?
was better, right? And so you had to live up to it, and I just don't think it had the same.
Cachet.
Yeah.
It didn't have the same energy as the whole night. Like I feel like they came in and it was just kind of like, I don't know. I think every other match like had some like fun and surprise and this like chaotic energy that wrestling fans seem to love so much. And then these two women came out and it was just kind of like,
yeah, I get it.
Like, I don't know. I didn't really get like there wasn't like a story. They just like fought, but they didn't do any like cool fighting. I don't know.
Right. I got you.
I don't know.
Okay, so then that brings us to the main event. Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Universal
And we're talking about
Championship.
chaos. That was so chaotic. I don't know
ending-
who those two guys were who like went off the side of the platform, but they just disappeared. They just tackled each other into nowhere.
So
Sorry, you do a story. You're gonna tell the story better.
So I'm bummed that I didn't want Cody to win the title.
No.
I haven't. Me and GP have stood on this for a year
'Cause
now
he's not as handsome.
because it was the same event as last year. And so it's not that.
But
maybe it is a little bit.
Yeah.
But I didn't want Cody to win. I say that to say the match was so much fun, and I loved how they did it because they actually let Cody and Roman wrestle for a long time before they actually started inserting other people into it. So we got like a really good match between Cody and Roman Reigns for the championship, even though like all the stuff happened at the end. And so I thought that was important just because you want to see two great wrestlers.
Roman was so pissed it kept just being two.
Yeah.
Sneeze again.
Yeah, no, you're good. So it's an awesome match between the two. Then the Bloodline comes out. You had Jay and Jimmy Uso fighting.
Those ones, they just boop.
Yeah,
and then,
they go up the ramp and Jay tackles Jimmy off the top of the ramp. I told you it's the eclipse.
No, it's my allergies. I
you.
have allergies and I didn't take a pill this morning.
No, dude, there's something in
it's
the
not
air.
the eclipse. I just have allergies.
I'm telling you, we'll get to the eclipse in a minute. Okay, so then the first big pop was John Cena coming down, right?
So sick.
Like that was the first big one. You hear the best theme song.
So sick.
I love.
Okay. Before we get into
Yep.
theme songs and before we get into John Cena, everyone does love Cody's theme song though, right? You cannot like Cody but still like vibe with his song.
I think that song sucks.
Oh!
I don't like it. I don't like the Cody Crybabies.
Yeah, but I'm saying like
no, I don't like
separate
it. Yeah, well, it's fun because they do the whoa. I'm good. Pass.
Okay.
Pass.
Okay.
So John Cena comes out and he, he does his thing and knocks Solo out of the ring. Him and Solo had a match like a few months back, so you had that. And then, so John Cena comes out, helps Cody Rhodes, and you're like, oh man, this is where Cody. And then The Rock comes down, and you got that moment with The Rock and Cena. These guys have had Wrestlemania main events against each other, like it's two of the greatest of all time, standing face to face in the ring.
Who looks better?
The Rock. Yeah. The Rock looks amazing. That dude's 51 years old. He's insane.
Like literally how?
Yeah. I mean, some people in the chat will say why, but that dude, I mean, he works out like he's
what
posting.
Do you mean why?
I'm just saying, he's posting his workout videos all day. Like that dude is a freak. Like, he really is in the best possible way. So The Rock looked amazing. Yeah. I mean, dude, night one, we were kind of talking about before he came out on night one, because I was sitting up there with Vernon and Rosa, and we had it kind of pulled up during the game. And we were like, do you think The Rock comes out? Because he wears just the Speedo, like just the one-piece like Speedo when he wrestles.
That's what he wore night one?
Yeah, that's what he wore night one. And we were like, do you think he's going to do it? Because he's older now, and sometimes these guys get a little self-conscious, like when they get older. Like John Cena wrestles in jorts, for God's sake.
I'm so sorry. Let me just do some Google
Yeah,
searching.
do some Googling.
Let me find a little image.
Night one, Rock, you see him in the Speedo?
Yeah, I see a picture of him.
What you think about that?
Him and Roman Reigns.
What you think about that?
I think I'm about to make this the background of my computer screen.
That's the only 51-year-old in America who can rock that and look like a wrestling superstar. Don't you think? Yep. Oh. So, yeah, I know. Calm down over there. So The Rock and Cena, they have this big moment. The Rock bottoms him, and so you get the back and forth. Seth Rollins comes out to the Shield music, and you have the moment with him and Roman, and that's kind of what people said caused Roman to lose, was paying attention to Seth and not focusing on Cody, right? And so you had that moment, and then of course The Rock standing in the ring,
and the lights
go out. You're the dome.
Okay, so again, this happens. The lights go out. Kelsey, have no clue what's happening.
Yeah.
No clue. Roser's up screaming at the TV.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is happening right now?
Yeah.
And the lights come back on. I just see this old man behind him. I got hype. I don't even know who that is, and I got hype.
You don't know who the Undertaker is?
Like, I know if you said the name, I'd be like, oh,
Yeah,
that's a wrestler.
I
But
got
like
you.
just like seeing a man, no.
Yeah.
And I didn't know about his entrance. Like I don't know about that stuff.
So it was amazing. Like, that's so
Yeah.
cool. I mean, you get all the legends coming out for this big match, and Cody hits the crossroads on Roman 3 times, and he wins the championship. Everybody comes out of the ring. Big celebration.
I'm sorry. So that too, that's like the spin move, like the little alligator move. Did you not like it when Roman did it to Cody? And he's like, I knew that move sucked. That was funny.
That was really funny.
He's
That
like,
was
yeah,
really
of course.
funny.
I knew that move was horrible.
That was really
funny.
Yeah. Roman's great. And so anyways, that was cool. A little bit of controversy with The Undertaker coming out to do that to The Rock, because everyone thought it was going to be Stone Cold Steve Austin, who's my favorite wrestler of all time. The Rock and Stone Cold, legendary rivalry in WWE. Apparently, they just couldn't work it out for Stone Cold to come back. I thought my first reaction to that was it couldn't be Austin, because it had to be someone who... I mean, I think you can obviously argue that The Rock is more of a legend than The Undertaker, maybe. I don't know. They're both great in my opinion. What I would say is...
You can't definitively say that The Rock is better than The Undertaker?
The Undertaker had like one of the longest WrestleMania winning streaks of all time.
Okay.
He'd been around way longer. He crosses over so many generations.
But you told me that The Rock is a top 10 most famous person in the world right now.
For sure. Different
out of everybody.
Different than like greatest wrestler of all time.
Okay.
I think, if that makes
I'll
sense.
Agree.
Yeah.
I thought you just meant like...
Yeah.
Okay.
Like John Cena and The Rock are probably more famous worldwide than The Undertaker, but to wrestling...
The Undertaker is like...
Yeah.
The Godfather.
Yes. And so I think that if you brought out Stone Cold, my first reaction was if you brought out Stone Cold to do that to The Rock and Stone Cold are peers. Like, they had all these great matches in WrestleMania history and this great rivalry. And The Rock considers Stone Cold, his peer kind of. And so I don't think The Rock would want Stone Cold doing that to him. I think if The Rock's going to have anybody do that to him, it's got to be this
like a
legend, right? And again,
has to be like a legend to take him out.
Yeah, that's just kind of how I felt about that whole thing. So that was a cool moment. Cody wins the title. And then this wasn't on the broadcast, and I found the video of it on Twitter. If you've got it, Kyra, you don't see it when they're all celebrating in the ring. Roman is walking up the ramp, and there he is with Paul Heyman, who got inducted in the Hall of Fame on Friday, and they're embracing. There's actually another angle that I just saw. Roman's like, that's real emotion. Like, he's crying right there. I mean, dude, he was the champion for over 1,300 days. Like, he's one of the greatest champions of all time.
We're not going to acknowledge that, like, this is a scripted event.
That was not scripted. That wasn't in the broadcast.
But, like, okay.
No. That's real emotion.
Okay.
That's real. I'm telling you. Here's why. He's probably going to take a break now. I doubt you'll see Roman for the next couple weeks. I don't think he'll be one of the main storyline guys the next couple weeks. He's going to get a much-deserved break because he's been a long-time champion. I think The Rock's going off to film a movie, so I think that's going to go away for a little bit. He might come back. He might not. But, man,
You don't think that...
damn near got emotional.
Can you just...
Yeah.
And this is just, as an outsider, just little old Kelcey just asking an innocent little question. You don't think that... And look, it was fun. It was entertaining. I'm not taking that away from anyone. Like, they don't know who's going to win before they go in.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So he's not emotional. He knew that Cody was the winner before they even prepped for it.
For sure. But it's still, it hits you that you just like, this reign that you've been on for, no pun intended, all these years is coming to an end. Like, it's just, you're not the top guy anymore. And
you knew
Roman,
that.
man,
it's not like someone hit a buzzer beater and you're like, oh shit.
And
like,
we're going so long on this, but it's fine.
I'm sorry.
No. We'll go quicker in 5 things. But Roman, like, I was a Roman hater for the longest time. I thought WWE years back was pushing him too much. He got a lot of flack when he was the face of the company and the main, the face. He was the good guy, right? Like, he was the main good guy. He would kick off Monday Night Raw every night.
Randall said, talking to KJ about this seems like talking to someone who will never get it. I get it.
No, this is a.
I get it.
Yeah, we're educating here.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, the fans turned on him. And people would boo him when he came out. He would kick off Raw, and people would boo him, like, because it's like, damn, we're going to do this every night where Roman comes out. And I was a hater too. And I swear to God, that man changed so many people's opinions about him when they started the Bloodline story years back, and he turned heel. Like, he changed people's minds about him. And he's been through this long transition where the ratings were down, and this goes to real life. The ratings were down. You went through COVID. Like, it was, the company was kind of at a crossroads a little bit. And now this is going to be one of the highest, most viewed WrestleManias of all time. Like, and I don't think that's just because of The Rock. It's because of him. He was a great champion. And it's cool to see his evolution. And now, like, the story comes to an end, or the new story begins with Cody. But
he wrote his story.
Yeah, and this guy survived leukemia. Like, he didn't talk in his press conference on Saturday night about how he's still on medication for leukemia, and he's still one of the top wrestlers in the world. Like, Roman's got a great story, and he deserves his flowers a little bit because he got people.
Oh, I'll give him his flowers.
Yeah, he got people really, really invested into wrestling, and so he deserves a lot of credit for that, for sure.
Roman can have.
You like Roman. That's my she can have mine too. He's my tribal chief, always and forever. I love that man. All right, shout out to Roman Reigns. You wanna come back and talk about the eclipse?
No, I want to talk about Roman Reigns more.
Do you?
Yeah.
I could do the whole show on this. I really could. Would you want to break down the match a little bit more? I'm good. Let's go.
Let's just look at pictures from last night.
You just look at pictures of Roman Reigns?
Yeah.
And he ain't that young either.
How old is he?
I think he's in his 40s.
That's fine.
Yeah. But that doesn't look like your typical dude.
He's 38.
He's 38. Okay, so he's a year older than me. Look at that man.
The perfect age for me.
Look at that man. That's a legend right there.
Oh, I thought there was pictures up there.
No.
Sorry.
I'm just saying. I see you got it pulled up on your computer. All right, calm down over there.
We should go to break.
Let's take a break and come back and talk about the eclipse.
Yeah. So when we come back, we're going to talk about the eclipse. We're gonna keep everyone involved because I think we need to look back at Marc jersey retirement because that was kind of an iconic
For sure.
night. And then again, we have some things that Bennett doesn't know about. So that's my favorite part of the whole show, surprising Bennett and getting his opinion on stuff that really doesn't matter. So we'll see you after the break.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Are you a healthcare professional looking for a new experience? Look no further than Travel Nurses, Inc. Our extensive network of healthcare facilities across the country offers you the opportunity to discover new destinations while pursuing your passion. We provide competitive compensation, flexible contracts, and dedicated assistance. So join our community of nurses and allied health professionals and start your next adventure today. Visit our website at travelnursesinc.com for more information.
It's more fun to be there live to see the Memphis Grizzlies hit the court all season long. From the electricity in FedEx Forum to the highlight reel plays, there's nothing quite like Grizzlies basketball. As the official marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies, Ticketmaster gets you in with a huge selection of seats. So get off the couch and into the stands while you still can. Score tickets today at Ticketmaster.com. That's Ticketmaster.com.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
Studio, everyone. This is Kelcey Wright Johnson on 93.7 FM.
Oh, that's
radio.
why you do that. You want to hear your little radio voice.
Doesn't that sound like?
It does.
What voice was that you just had?
I don't know. I'm struggling today. Yeah.
Benny Bear.
I had a fun Wrestlemania last night.
Benny Bear.
I'm just kidding.
Do you think I could be a wrestler?
Yeah, you're athletic.
I'd want to be a heel. Like I'd want to be like a bad guy.
Who would you want your first feud to be with, if you could pick?
I don't know. Who's the biggest girl?
I think you and Rhea Ripley could.
Let me look her up.
I think y'all could put on a hell of a match.
Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
Oh my, no.
I think you and Rhea Ripley could put on a hell of a match.
No, I'm very scared of her.
No?
Oh, she's only 5'7". Let me see. Hold on. Oh, 5'9", 170. She's literally me.
Okay, so evenly
like I'm
matched.
5'9", 170.
Okay.
She's literally. Why does she look so much bigger than me?
All right,
She's just stronger.
We got to get you down to Orlando to the training facility.
Okay, I like Orlando.
I think you're going to need a couple months
I'll take some months.
just to get ring.
It's almost
in-ring-
off season.
Yeah, in ring shape.
Yeah.
We got to get you a storyline, obviously.
Okay.
You can't just be Kelcey. Like you
No,
got it.
no, I can't be Kelcey.
No, but I do kind of like the basketball angle.
No.
You're a former hooper.
No, I want to
don't-
come out of an egg like a dinosaur.
Wait, like they put an egg in the ring and you come out like, okay, it's unique. I've never heard of that before. So
That's what I want.
okay, all right. The creative.
Yeah.
I think Triple H would like that.
Yeah.
I think Triple H could get behind that. He's the head of creative now. I think I don't recall a dinosaur theme. Okay. We'll work on this.
Yeah.
We'll work on this.
And like all the clothes that I have, like it'll have like dinosaur print, like lizardy print. You know what I mean?
Oh, JB just coined a great name.
The Chaotic Canadian.
I like that. The Chaotic Canadian. Yeah. I like it.
Coming out of a dinosaur egg?
I like it. I'm in. Okay, we're gonna get this. We're gonna get the ball rolling on this. Okay, 5 more things. Let's stop talking about wrestling.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot what we were doing.
Number 1.
I could have done a whole show on
We talked
WrestleMania.
wrestling the whole break, and then so we came back, and I just like kept going. So, my bad. First up is Marc Gasol's jersey retirement.
Yep.
The ceremony took place after the game on Saturday against the Philadelphia 76ers. I am going to say this again because I was not here for the Core 4, but I was part of covering the Raptors championship when Marc was there. So I do have
that's cool.
I do have a connection to Marc, obviously not when he was here in Memphis, but I understand the impact that the Core 4 had on the franchise and on the city. And for me to watch it, it was less like it was less for my own like, oh wow, this is really sentimental for me. But like to see how everyone else viewed it was special to me. Like I felt heartwarmed watching how special it was to the fans, how special it was to the coworkers who was here. And so I definitely saw it from a different perspective. But man, when the Core 4, these 4 guys who have not been together since they played here, when the camera first went on them, so I was sitting in the tunnel, but I was still watching up top because the lights were so friggin' bright. I couldn't look back. When I saw the 4 of them and I heard the crowd go bananas, I almost lost it.
It was
I'm an emotional mess, like period anyway, but I almost lost it.
It was so cool. And as someone that's like a day one Grizz fan and you know, was before started working here, like, I was just we went to those playoff games. Man, it was just so cool seeing those guys together and hearing them tell stories on the stage. I love the panel. I'm so glad Mike got to come back and be a part of that because, you know, he had a game the night before, game the night after. So that was logistically difficult. And so I'm glad he was able to come and be back. But, you know, people outside of Memphis have kind of cracked their jokes about the retiring these guys' jerseys and, you know, because we've talked about building statues for them one day and things like that.
Because they didn't win a championship?
Yeah, and just because, like, their success and the recognition they're getting for it, maybe, you know, other teams that have done more don't even get that same kind of recognition, right? But the big difference is
it depends what you consider more.
This team, those 4 guys are the reason that the city of Memphis fell in love with the Grizzlies. Like it literally started the connection of the franchise and the city. You know, I know they had playoff appearances before. They didn't win any games. Yeah, they went 0-12 in the playoffs before the Core 4 reign started. But those guys made people care about the Grizzlies and started packing out the arenas. And it's just, again, like, I don't think enough can be said about the connection. Like, that's what sports is about. Like, you know, just your team, like your guys, like your legends. That's, you know, we talk about legends with WWE. Those guys are Grizzlies legends. Like, they're always going to be, because so many people's first memories of the Grizzlies are moments with those guys. And so it was a great moment. It was cool. Seeing all the former players besides just the Core 4 be there. Like, you had a ton of guys come back and support Mark. Darrell Arthur, Bano was here, John Lure was here, Quincy. I saw your video with Quincy, Rudy Gay, Kyle Lowry came out after the game and hung out for a little bit. Nick Nurse, who was
Kyle Lowry was part of that championship run too. So I think it was kind of cool to have him, because this was scheduled, right? Like, we knew it was when he wasn't on the Sixers at the start of the season. So I do think that's kind of like a cool bonus that he got to be there for Mark too, because they have a special relationship as well.
Yeah. And I thought that the ceremony was really well done. Like, shout out to the Grizzlies. Grizzlies do this kind of stuff better than anybody. Yeah.
That was really well done.
Yeah, it was. Especially, I mean, things like that can drag sometimes. People were in their seats the whole time for the whole ceremony, and it was a long ceremony. I thought the video montage they did was great. Mark finally watched the documentary. He gave a shout out to Blevins for making the documentary, so that was cool, just hearing him talk about that. But again, like, the storytelling was just so cool from those guys. Mike talking about how he was the young guy and had to, try to find his voice with those three like big personalities.
Yeah.
And Marc apologized to his teammates and coaches for losing his mind a couple times over the years. So it was cool. We have a video from it. Let's go ahead and play it. It's 3 minutes long, but it's Marc's speech. It's Marc's speech right before his jersey goes up in the rafters. Let's watch that.
Marc Gasol, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Pete. Thank you. Thank you so much. Before I start, thanking everybody and rightfully so, this morning I got a chance to watch a wonderful documentary about myself. I was a little shy, I didn't want to watch it. Great job, Michael Blevin. And I have two takes after I watch that. One is I got to start working out. That's the first thing. I'm like, okay, big fella, you got to start, you got to start moving. And second is, I got to apologize to my teammates, my coaches. I'm sorry. Sometimes I know I could be a pain in the ass. I just care so much about this city and about winning and playing the right way. So thank you. Thank you for putting up with me. Thank you. The last week we've been here with my family, enjoying the city, driving around and spending time together, seeing a lot of familiar faces, seeing a lot of old friends. And the love and unwavering respect that we got from the fans and everybody in the city will forever stay with us. So thank you for that. That will, that means the world to us, seriously. We got here in 2001, and your constant support and love, I think it goes with everybody. So thank you so much for that, seriously. Back when I was 19 years old, I used to play a game like I'm sure many of the kids still do today. I used to imagine I was Michael Jordan with the fadeaway. I imagined I was Larry Bird with a three, or Magic Johnson with a no-look pass. 25 years later, I kind of played the same game after I got traded from the Grizzlies to the Raptors. I imagine, how would Tony Allen approach this defensive assignment that he has tonight against the best player in the other team? What would his mindset be? When they let me, or they asked me to, I thought, okay, how is Zebo going to take over, this stretch of the game and be a beast on the block? And through it all, I thought, how is Mike Conley going to keep it all together in a championship run? So when I was able to, accomplish the biggest goal as a basketball player, which is to win an NBA ring, these three guys that meant so much to me along the way, were right there with me at the floor. For that and many other reasons, thank you. I'll be thankful forever, and grit and grind.
So my main takeaway, is my microphone on?
You're on.
My main takeaway, two main takeaways. One, I loved the part where he was like, during that championship run, I would be like, how does Tony do this? That was just cool. So special. Yes. And then I think it was known about his championship ring. I'm assuming you guys knew about this, at least in the Toronto side. We did the grit and grind engraved on the inside. But that was the third picture they showed on the Jumbotron of his ring. The first one, they put up the picture. It's the front of it. It says, Gasol championship. The crowd's like, oh, so nice. Right. Yeah, we're so happy for you. The third picture was the engravement of grit and grind. The crowd went bananas.
That was cool.
Bananas.
Yeah. That was cool. Man, yeah. I wish he could have won a championship here, but I'm glad he got that ring. And it was a cool night all around. That was really awesome. So Marc Gasol jerseys hanging up in the rafters.
And it's a jersey now, not
a record. I like going to the jersey. I like it. They had because when we got there, they had the Zebo jersey already up, and they changed it from the record to the jersey. The record was a cool idea. Jerseys are so. That's what you think about when you think about when you think about your arena and what you hang from the rafters. I don't know.
I just kind of feel like the record, like I get it. I get like it's a music city.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
Like it was kind of lost. Like it was kind of like back there.
I agree. The
jersey is like
pop.
there.
Yes, I totally agree with that.
It's a white jersey. Our arena's black up there.
Yep.
And it's like in the rafters.
It pops.
The
for
record
sure.
was kind of like behind. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Yeah.
completely.
I
agree
like
with
it.
that.
And it was so freaking cool when it came out of the thing and the whole jersey was like smoking. I'm like, this is damn cool. This is cool.
I know. I wanted to go get a picture.
It was so cool.
I was jealous of everybody getting pictures down there.
I mean, you could have just gone and got
I
it.
didn't want to bother anybody. All right.
So that's your own fault.
Number 2.
You know what today is? Oh, yeah. Get your...
Yeah, you guys care about this so much. Oh, shit. You can't see anything. Wow. How would you... What...
Okay, let's do the whole segment in these.
I can't see anything.
I can't see you either. Is that how... Do we supposed to take like some film off of this? Is this how this is supposed
These are
to
just blacked out glasses. What am I supposed to see?
I think it's supposed to be like this.
I don't think so, because these lights on top of us are very
No,
bright.
it's supposed... Kyra says they're supposed to be like this.
What's the point of them then?
Yeah, if you look at the eclipse is today at what? I think it's at 1:30.
Okay, I have a hot take.
What?
I have a hot take, everyone. I think you can look at the eclipse and not go blind. I think that is a old wives' tale.
Well, Donald Trump did it. He looked at the eclipse and didn't go blind. But you're not supposed to do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that. I don't see my camera. Please don't do that.
I think it's the same as like if I was on the beach and I look up and I see the sun. Like, I'm like, oh, my eyes. And then I'm fine. Jessica said you can't even take a picture of it with your phone. Yes, you can.
I've done that before.
You're fine.
I did that at the last eclipse,
Everything's
JB. Come on.
Fine.
Okay, so
this is dramatic. Watch, don't ever take my advice. I'm not a medical person. So like if you go blind, I'm so sorry. But personally, I think you can do it.
Okay, so I was saying like at the beginning of the show today that there was some like weird audio stuff going on and everything's cool. Like we tested before the show and everything like that with Kyra. Like everything's good. But something happened once and I'm telling you it's because of the eclipse. I'm telling you it's because of the eclipse.
You're cranky because of the eclipse?
Yes, like things are off. My mood feels weird. Like
You've been cranky forever though. Okay, so this is the path. This is the path
cranky.
of totality. So the closest one, and I read somewhere that's like the best in the world is 45 minutes from here in Jonesboro, Arkansas. And so a bunch of our coworkers are actually already on their way.
Oh, really?
Chris Vernon was telling a story the other day or just yesterday about like you cannot get a rental car in Memphis right now because everyone is going to Jonesboro because apparently it is the best view that you can have in the entire world. The Grizzlies. Memphis is not on the path, so we will not get
we barely missed it.
Yeah.
We almost were on the path.
We will not get like 100% totality like darkness. Like
How does Paducah get it before we do?
Yeah. Little Rock is like pretty in there.
Little Rock's there.
If you are in Memphis right now and you want to see like the actual like eclipse, 45 minutes, head over to Jonesboro. Apparently that's the best place you can possibly see it. If you need these glasses, let me know because I will be looking at the eclipse with my own retinas.
So Tesh in the chat says that my brother-in-law's family owns an eye practice.
Everyone there is also saying don't listen to KJ.
They have a patient who has permanent eye damage from not using glasses during an eclipse. If he looks straight, he can't see straight and has to move his eyes to an angle.
I don't believe it.
Okay, well, hey, I dare you. I dare you.
What is so strong about the eclipse that I can't look at it?
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and pretend to be a scientist. I just come on here and talk about wrestling and the Grizzlies, but...
How is it any different than just looking at the sun on a sunny day?
Dude, I'm telling you, like the energy, there's something in the air. I'm just telling you, there's some bad mojo attached to these eclipses. I don't know if it's a good thing.
How do you know it's not good mojo attached to it?
I don't think it's good mojo.
Just because you're cranky?
I think it's bad mojo.
Bennett texted me okay last night. Okay. No, this morning. Okay.
Well,
I think you're just cranky.
I was cranky. I mean, yes, I was cranky. I didn't get invited to the Wrestlemania party, so I was cranky.
I'm going to choke you.
Okay, so The eclipse is at what time? 1:30? Is that?
I think no, it's a little later.
It's at.
It's later.
Somebody in the chat can let me know what
it's
time.
It's like right before 2.
What time is the Solar Eclipse 2024? It is going to be at. No, it looks like around 1 o'clock.
No.
You sure?
Yeah, I think it's later.
No.
I thought it was closer to 2.
No, I think it's going to be around 1 o'clock today.
You lying?
No, I think I'm right. Yeah, it's going to be around 1 o'clock.
Mm.
Yeah, a little after 1.
I thought it said 1:58.
No, it's going to be a little after 1. Just getting your place.
No.
Where are you going to
Maximum eclipse is 1:58 p.m.
But that's not when it starts.
No, but it says max. Like that's where it's going to be.
I got you. Where are you going to watch the eclipse from?
I'm on the Chris Vernon show today.
Oh, so you guys are going to miss it completely, losers. Okay. Y'all aren't going to stop for the solar eclipse?
I just don't. I don't care about it.
Fair enough. Oh, that was our signal. That was our signal to move on to the next subject. The eclipse is today. Good luck, everybody. Please don't look at it without your glasses.
Yeah.
Go get some glasses.
Yeah.
Everybody's got them. I got some at Fresh Market yesterday. It was free with my purchase. So,
really?
Yeah. So, like, everybody's got the glasses.
So you didn't even spend money on me?
Those were from my friend's work. Like I said, everybody's got them.
Can you imagine? Oh my gosh. This can be part of my wrestling story.
That she looked into the eclipse without her glasses, and it damaged her.
Yeah, and now I have
both physically and mentally.
Bad mojo forever. I come out of my egg, I look right at the eclipse, and I'm like foaming at the mouth.
I like it.
From the eclipse.
I like it. I think we're onto something. I like it. The chaotic Canadian.
Don't look directly at her.
Dude, you got a storyline.
I'm going to be the eclipse.
You literally just have to learn a couple moves and you're good.
I know the moves. I wrestled with my brother growing up. He's a big dude.
No. Y'all aren't going like back and forth off the ropes and stuff.
You don't know that. You don't know what happens in the right household.
Okay. All right. Well, anyways, the eclipse is today. Good luck, everybody. I hope it lives up to all your...
Please don't listen to me.
Yeah, don't
I'm
listen.
being a brat. I'm being a total brat. I
Kelcey
believe what
said's
I'm
wrong.
saying, but I don't want to be accountable for what happens with y'all's eyes.
Yeah, literally everything Kelcey said's wrong.
But
Please
I will
don't
be
listen.
looking at the eclipse.
Good luck, everyone.
I will be looking directly at it.
No, don't. No.
Number 3.
Okay, the CMT Awards were last night. Do I care about them? No. But should we at least talk about them? Yeah.
Okay. When you said that this was one of your stories today, I was like, all right, I'm going to let her cook.
Do I care about the Country Music Awards? Absolutely not.
Okay, I was a little surprised, to be honest.
I mean, it's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a big award show.
Did I watch any of it? No.
I saw our friend Jelly Roll won a bunch of awards.
He cleaned up.
He always does
now. He cleaned up.
Speaking of good stories, he's got like one of the best stories. That dude was just a kind of lower tier artist and just had this moment. And
Can I admit something?
Huh?
Can I?
Yeah.
Is this a safe space?
What's up?
With you?
Let's hear it.
Are you my friend Bennett today or are you my enemy Bennett today? Friend Bennett?
Holler me after the eclipse. No, I'm your friend. What's up?
Before Jelly Roll was at Sneak Fest last week in Nashville. I had never heard of him.
Well, so he's been around for a long time. Like Jelly Roll did an album with Lil White. Like he's got some Memphis connections.
I don't know who Lil White is.
He's a local Memphis rapper.
Okay.
Was tight with everyone in 3 6 Mafia.
I do know who 3 6 Mafia is.
Yeah. So they did an album together. And so Jelly Roll was he's been around for a long time, Nashville artist. And he put out this country album, and it just blew up. Like he was
Beyonce before Beyonce.
Yeah, so he wasn't a singer. I'm pretty sure he was just a rapper exclusively. I don't think he sang on any of his tracks. And he put out this country album, and dude, he's got an amazing voice, and it just caught on. And he obviously had like a big, loyal following of fans who really tried to lift him up during this whole thing, but he just caught on quickly. So it's not like this. He's been around for a long time, but it's not like he's been doing music that people have been listening to all over the country for a long time.
I got you.
Yeah. So that's a cool story. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to go through some of the awards real quick.
I thought you brought this up because of the Morgan Wallen thing.
No, I saw you sent that and I didn't know what it was.
Really?
Yeah. You tell me first?
No, so Morgan, I would assume he was at the.
Okay, so again, I've heard the name Morgan Wallen. Not for good reason. Could I tell you one song that he sings? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Do I know that he did some like racist stuff or something before, or sexual something?
No,
He did something.
He got
bad.
caught on camera saying the N-word to one of his buddies.
Not great.
Not great.
No.
He since then has become one of the biggest artists in the world.
So would you look at that?
He's a star. Like there's no denying.
I know
that.
he like canceled a show up in Mississippi recently.
Well, the big story was he got booted from SNL. He was supposed to be on SNL.
Don't be racist.
I don't think it was because of that though. I think it was because of some other reason that he got booted from SNL.
Okay.
Anyways, since then he's become like the biggest country artist in the world, next to Jelly Roll. And last night, I'm assuming he was at the CMT Awards because they were in Nashville. And afterwards, he went to a bar, some bar called Chiefs Bar in downtown Nashville.
Okay.
And threw a chair off the roof and got arrested. I think we have do we have the video of that, of him getting arrested last night? We don't. Okay. It's just him getting handcuffed. But this ain't his first time getting arrested. But yeah, he got arrested for throwing
a chair off of like one of the rooftop bars.
Yeah, just messing around.
That's
a little dangerous.
That actually makes me angry.
Oh, JB got it. The reason he got booted from SNL is because this was the height of COVID, and he was like caught on video making out with chicks, like not social distancing and all that stuff.
Making out with women,
which in retrospect is a little wild. But we were at a different place back then. So
I gotta be honest with you guys.
You get it in the moment.
I gotta be honest, all you Morgan Wallen fans out there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I like you. I don't think I like him.
Be careful.
I don't care.
Be careful.
Because again, these 3 things that have come up now, that at least I've heard of 4 things, I guess, now with him being arrested.
Yeah.
He sounds like not a nice human.
I think.
So you're willing to put up with like good music if this
Me?
person? No, like
not
people.
me.
Like you're willing to put up with good music or what you think is good music for like a really shitty person? Has he done charity work or something? Is that he made up for anything? He just threw a chair off of a rooftop where you could have paralyzed someone.
So
what are we doing?
This is where me and you might differ a little bit. I've kind of.
You like him?
No. I'm not a huge country music guy by any means. But contrary to popular belief, I'm really not. So what I would say is.
When someone tells me they like him, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
So what I've said to GP plenty of times is like now in my 30s, like I've kind of come to the realization, like I'm never gonna music that I like, artists, athletes, stuff like that. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like everyone that I'm a fan of is a great person and is doing great things in the world. And you don't
have to be doing great things in the world, but you can not be doing really shitty things in the world.
Like I'm a fan of athletes and artists that probably I would hate in real life just because I like what they do. And so I can't, I've kind of like I don't look at them as role models, heroes, anything like that really, because you're always going to get disappointed.
But is there not a difference? Like, hear me out, okay? I really like Christina Aguilera, okay? Have my whole life. Is she known for being a humanitarian? No. Is she known for just being a terrible human? No. And so I feel like I can appreciate her music and appreciate her as a person. She's just a human being. This guy is literally known for being a horrible human being. It's not like he's just not known in his personal life. It's not like we just don't know anything about his personal life, so we don't have to judge that side of him. We can just judge his music. He's literally known for being horrible.
I get what you're saying.
Like if you're a big fan of, name that basketball player, just whoever, KD, but you don't know anything about KD's personal life, you can still adore him and like idolize him as a basketball player, and you don't have to judge that other side of his life.
Yeah.
But like we know about Morgan Wallen.
Right.
Like now, like we know that he's just shitty. Are you allowed to say, I keep saying, are you allowed to say this on GP? The S word?
Oh, you guys say it a lot, don't y'all?
I mean.
No, you can say it.
Okay.
I think you can say it. I don't know.
Anyway.
Okay, so was that like what was the main reason you brought up the CMT Awards? That's what I'm still trying to get to the bottom.
Yeah, because
you just thought it was top of
It
mind.
happened last night.
Okay.
So I was like, hey, people like that.
Look at you, Country Kelsey.
We live in Tennessee.
Look at you, Country
I've
Kelsey.
been listening to Beyonce's country album. Let me just get in there.
There it is. Okay, now it all makes sense. She's been on her country kick lately.
I have been.
Yeah, she's been on her country kick lately.
This ain't Texas.
Yeah.
Anyway, I thought we would just. Well, that was more important. I don't know. I guess nothing else matters. Jelly Roll won CMT Performance of the Year. Wait, let me see. Jelly Roll. Okay, he came into the night tied.
I think Lainey Wilson won a bunch of awards too.
Don't know who that is.
She's a big country artist.
So Jelly Roll came in tied for the most nominations with 3, and he swept all 3 categories he was nominated in, which I think is really friggin' cool.
Shout out to Jelly Roll.
Yeah, hold on. He won CMT Performance of the Year, he won Male Video of the Year, and he won Video of the Year. So
shout out
Jelly Roll.
All right.
Number 4.
All right, here we go. I don't know what you're doing here.
All right. Hold your horses.
Okay.
Are they held?
I'm holding patiently.
Woman quits her job after scratching off $90,000 lottery win. After taxes, she took home $60-something thousand. Quit her job. $60,000.
$60K?
Yeah, 60 something, like after taxes.
In this economy?
$60,000.
Wait.
$64,800.
Okay, how old was she? Do we know? Do you have a picture? Are you looking at a picture of her?
Yeah.
Old lady?
No.
No. Not an old lady.
No.
Why would you quit your job?
That's what I would like you to discuss. I don't think it says her age here, but no, she's not. Like she's not old.
So my first thought
she's like mom age.
Okay, so my first thought would be maybe she just hated her job, and this is going to give her a chance to take a little break and find another job. But like, dude, 60K ain't gonna last you that long.
That'll go quick.
If you got a mortgage, if you got
that'll go quick.
Light, gas, and water, cable bill, internet, car payment, phone payment, that's gonna run out quick.
I spent $60,000 in a week.
Yeah,
if I won the lottery,
$60,000 yesterday.
Like, yeah.
No, dude, I don't know. I don't know about that one. I wouldn't do that.
How much money would you have to win to quit your job?
So, I would say, man, to quit my job. I mean, you got benefits. Like I would probably say, I'd probably need at least like 70 million, maybe more.
70 mil?
Yeah.
You wouldn't quit if you won 60 mil?
No. No, I've always stood by if you see the people post all the time like I wouldn't tell anybody if I won the lottery, but there would be signs.
Yeah.
Like that's how I would live.
I would have 25 dogs.
No one would know.
I would have 57 dogs.
Yeah, like no one would know. Like I might come in here with like some cooler headphones or something, but like no one would know. I would like to think that I would keep my job and try to keep as much of a normal way of life as possible and use that money for, you obviously want a nice house. Like you want to go get a super awesome house, go on great vacations, maybe some philanthropy.
$65 million, you wouldn't quit your job.
$65 million, I wouldn't. I'm 37. No, I don't think so. So
70 is your cutoff.
I don't think I would want to quit my job necessarily.
$300 million.
Don't they say that?
$300 million. Do you quit your job?
Okay, but again, what I would say is, don't they say that once you like quit your job and quit doing stuff, that's when you start dying? Like,
so do stuff then.
What would you do?
Travel.
Yeah. That gets
shop.
It might get boring after a while.
Have more kids.
Yeah.
Write a book. I don't know what your passions are. Like,
what did you say? What was the last number you just named? 300 million.
300
okay,
mil.
I might quit my job. Yeah, sure.
300 mil.
That's pretty good. I think I could make it. I don't know about you. I think I could make it.
300 mil. I'd buy this building.
Dude, that'd last you like 3 months.
You think I'd spend 300 mil in 3 months?
Yes, I do.
I definitely could. I wouldn't even buy a house.
Yeah. Yeah, you got high caliber tastes. Yeah.
I'd just be buying Starbucks.
Yep. You wouldn't know you wouldn't know that I won, but there would be signs.
No, you would know.
We would know that you won. Yeah, I think so too.
I'd come in with like gold encrusted hair extensions.
Nice.
Diamond. These diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you guys got your
Cute
little
little-
paper
yeah,
glasses.
uh-huh.
That's so cute. I got these custom made. They're titanium's not good. They're platinum. What's like good?
I don't know. Yeah, titanium sounds good.
No, titanium sounds like cheap.
All right.
yeah.
Are you good with this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want-
I disagree
yeah.
with that lady. She's making a mistake.
Yeah.
Number 5.
All right. You ready for this one?
Let's go.
Okay. The world's oldest man. He's 111 years old. Has talked about what?
Kind of surprising.
111?
I thought maybe a little bit older. I would have thought
the oldest
12,
woman
13.
The oldest woman is only 107, I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
The world's oldest man has come out with his secret to how to live a long life.
Mm-hmm.
Dare to take any guesses?
I'm going to say move every day. Like be active every day. That's got to be it, right?
It's not. In fact, he almost says the opposite. Not completely. Doesn't completely say the opposite.
What do you say is the secret to longevity?
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Okay. The oldest person, he was 112. He just died March 31st.
Damn. So this guy just claimed the crown.
Yeah.
Yeah. He knows it all now. What'd he say? What's the secret?
The world's oldest man says the secret to his long life is luck, moderation, and fish and chips every Friday. Now, I brought up the moving thing because he said if you drink too much or if you eat too much or if you walk too much, if you do too much of anything, you're going to suffer eventually.
Okay.
Except fish and chips every week.
Okay. I can like that. I'm not the biggest fish and chips guy, but
I'm a fish and chips gal.
Are you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ketchup, tartar sauce, fish and chips.
No, that's good
done.
stuff. I like it too.
I mean, if that's all it takes.
That's not bad. I saw that one of the oldest living women and she's probably dead now. Sorry.
She said, get rid of men in your life.
No, she said that she drank a beer every day. That she had a beer every single day.
So all this health stuff, we don't need it.
Yeah. And you know what's funny about that is my mama lived to be 90 and she drank a beer every day. Yeah. So
Got to be something in that yeast or like something.
Yeah.
Something good.
Yeah, because they say alcohol's bad for you, but
Is it?
But again, moderation. She drank a beer a day, so
She didn't drink 7 beers a
she
day.
didn't drink 7 beers a day like me. So she's she's
He
doing
said
it right.
If you
Moderation.
walk too much, if you move too much, if you do whatever too much, moderation is what we need.
I don't know about the fish and chips. That sounds super unhealthy. Shout out to that guy.
It's a lot of grease. Well, he's from England.
Oh, okay. So it's like part of his diet, anyways.
But like honestly, I want some fish and chips now. Where do you get fish and chips in Memphis?
Probably Celtic or the new place that they opened, the Bog and Barley place. I bet they have good fish and chips. Yeah.
So someone in the chat said it's the sad thing is it's probably genetics, like 90% of it. And he does say luck. That was his 3 things. He said luck, moderation, and fish and chips. So you either got it or you don't. But you said your grandmother lived quite long.
Yeah, 90. Yeah, she lived to be 90. Yeah. So
that could be something.
I hope I live to be 90, I think.
90?
Yeah, I don't think I could live to be 111.
Why not? He doesn't look bad. Like
I
he
don't
doesn't
have
look
it
like
on
a
me.
skeleton.
I don't have it in me.
You don't have it in you?
My body's already kind of aging rapidly.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not, Bennett.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think I can make it to 111. I will start eating fish and chips every week.
I love fish and chips.
Yeah, we'll start eating fish and chips once a week and
I
see
eat
if that
fish,
works.
Like, that's all the meat I eat anyway. So like to have the idea of one of my meals be like a little more fried than baked, I'm here for it.
Yeah, Lee says Bog and Barley. That's the new place. I think it was the same people that
Where's
own.
that at?
I think it's East Memphis. I don't know the exact location. I think it's kind of over near like that Ridgeway Loop and stuff.
I have what, a Ridgeway Loop.
Yeah.
Give me a better landmark.
I think it's probably like Poplar and Ridgeway area. Do you know where that is? You don't know where that is? Poplar and right before Germantown. It's like if you're going down Poplar headed towards
Yeah, I
Germantown,
don't
like right
head
before
out there a
Germantown.
lot.
Yeah, I think that's where it is.
Did your grandma drink a glass of milk?
No, that's me. That's what I do.
Yeah, nasty ass.
Yep. Glass of milk a day keeps the. Actually,
Death away.
I don't know if that's true.
Well, you're not dead yet.
I'm not dead yet, so we're gonna keep going.
Benny, I'd miss you.
I'd miss you too.
If I
think you got 111 years in you. Yeah, I think you got it. You're pretty fit. Yeah. All right.
Ew, my arm looks saggy.
You gonna come back and do the carry out?
Yeah, let's take a break.
All right.
Okay, bye.
We know there's only one team you want to watch, and Bally Sports is the place to get your Grizzlies. Experience the comebacks, the buzzer beaters, the can't-miss Memphis-made moments live. Bally Sports keeps the grind going before and after the game, too, with Pete, Brevin, Fish, and Chris on Grizzlies Live. Watch Grizzlies basketball all season long with Bally Sports and streaming on the Bally Sports app. Bally Sports, home of the only team you want to watch.
Now for a limited time, the new $1.99 crispy tender wraps are here at Sonic. Who could deny a crispy chicken tender with bold flavors like hickory barbecue and cheesy Baja? And we can't forget the crisp lettuce and melty cheese to make the perfect bite. Wrap yourself up with some TLC, tender, love, and chicken for only $1.99. Sonic $1.99 crispy tender wraps. Tax not included, limited time only at participating Sonic drive-ins.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Royal Flush Tour 2024. November 14th, FedEx Forum. A journey through the hits and timeless classics. The iconic band returns with special guests. Jason Bonham's Led Zeppelin Evening. Tickets on sale now at heart-music.com. Heart with Jason Bonham's Led Zeppelin Evening. Produced by AEG Presents.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GBWR.
We're running a little late here, aren't we?
We're running a little behind. It's the eclipse. It's got us all thrown off.
Oh my
today.
God! If you bring
the
up
eclipse
this
has us
friggin'
thrown
eclipse
off
again,
really
I'm gonna
does.
explode.
Yeah, I feel weird. I feel weird. Something's off. Something's off. I'm telling y'all. Be careful out there.
Can I be straight up with you?
Don't look at that eclipse.
Can I be straight up with you?
Yeah.
Like we're friends. Safe space again.
Yeah.
It's not the eclipse.
What is it?
You've just been weird for like a week and a half.
It's the build up to the eclipse.
Oh my God.
It's the build up to the eclipse. Yeah.
So at 3 p.m. today.
Also, my host is like, it's touch and go right now. I never know what we're doing, so that's a part of it too.
I'm here.
I've been doing this show with Gary for a long time, and I swear this week is always chaotic. It is always very.
Your host is here now, baby.
You are the host. Yes, you're the host.
Don't worry.
All right, you got to go on Vernon's show. Let's get you out of here. Yeah.
If you haven't had enough of me today, I'll also be on Vernon in 20 minutes.
All right, here we go.
Okay. I'm hungry.
It's time for GP's Carryout. One final segment filled with stuff to take with you. It's not everything you need to know, but it's most of it. What did we learn today?
I'm actually starving right now.
What did we learn today?
I'm starving.
I felt like I learned quite a bit.
Okay, you tell me what you learned. I learned that you can look at the eclipse dead in the eye and be fine.
I learned that fish and chips apparently are like a good option for living to be 111 years old.
Or a beer every day.
Or a beer every day. Yeah. One beer.
One.
Moderation. Don't be like me. I also learned that we're gonna all miss Roman Reigns. I think he's gonna go on a little hiatus probably. We're gonna miss Roman, and we respect him and stand for him always. Thank you, Tribal Chief. Thank you for the memories. Thank you for a great run. You're one of the greatest champions of all time, and you'll be back. We all know you'll be back. You're going to be back on top of that mountain sooner rather than later. The Cody Crybabies got what they want for now, but that ain't going to last. That ain't going to last. Roman's going to be back, and we will be standing at attention when he does come back.
Talk your talk, Bennett.
Yeah.
Talk your talk.
We stand with you, King.
Do you think you're going to miss Roman Reigns more than I'm going to miss Roman Reigns?
Well, I mean, I've been a fan longer than you.
If I picked up my phone right now and my background was Roman Reigns, would you be like, oh, Kels?
Yeah, chill out over there. You know, we got the action figure right over there next to you. You see the little Roman up there on the ledge right there? There he is, staring right at you the whole show. Yep, go grab him. You give Roman a little bit of love. There he is.
Did he have a goatee last night?
No, he's got like the little beard, like it's perfectly coiffed. Yeah, he's got a nice beard. I try to imitate it sometimes, but it's hard.
Why are his hands like this?
I don't know. Those action figures are weird. That we could get in a whole nother discussion about wrestling figs.
His hands are? Do you see how they are?
Yeah, they're weird. I don't like how they build those figures. We got one of those at our house.
What is he supposed to be holding?
You tell me.
I don't like it.
All right, next.
What's today's biggest game?
It's obviously the men's national championship game tonight, 8:20 p.m. Central start time. That's outrageous. 8:20 Central.
Hot take.
Yeah.
The women's tip-off time was
amazing. Yeah. Sunday afternoon hoops.
I agree.
Like, what are we doing?
I agree.
And I get it. It's a weeknight. Like, fine, but 8:20 Central, that's ridiculous. These are two East Coast teams. Like, I know Indiana, Midwest, whatever, but we don't have to appease the West Coast so much. Like, we do not need to be starting the game this late. Yeah, that's stupid. Let's stick with 7 o'clock. Two number one seeds, Purdue versus the reigning champions.
It is in Phoenix, though, so, like, you want them to play at 2 p.m.? You know what I mean? Like,
I want them to play at, like, 5 their time. Yes. Yeah, I do. I don't care about their crowd. I care about our eyeballs. UConn.
But like the players, like getting in. You know what I mean? Like they.
I hear you. Okay, UConn's a 6.5.
It got cold in here all of a sudden.
I know it did.
The eclipse.
The eclipse. UConn is a 6.5 point favorite tonight. I think they're amazing. Gary thinks it'll be a good game. I'm actually leaning towards it's not going to be a good game.
Really?
I think UConn's going to win easily.
Really?
Yes.
You don't believe in Zach Edey?
I do. I believe in Donovan Clingan too. So
you hate Canadians?
What's Clingan? Is he an American guy? We don't know. You don't know him.
If you haven't heard otherwise, the default is American, right?
Yes.
Am I wrong about that?
I think that's right. So I think UConn covers.
I'm freezing all of a sudden.
I think the Huskies win big tonight.
What are we watching on TV?
Okay, we're watching the national championship. We're also watching Raw after Mania. Are you familiar with this?
No.
Okay, so
Why would I be familiar with that?
You know Monday Night Raw. That's like the show every week on USA. It's going to Netflix soon.
All right.
Okay, Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw? Are you serious?
Okay.
You've never heard of that in your life?
Okay.
Wow. What do they teach in Canada? Good Lord.
Like geography?
Monday Night Raw?
Do you know where anything is in the world?
Yeah.
Let's not talk about public school educations. Canada versus America.
I'll public school one off you anytime.
It's like very well documented that your public school system is worse than ours.
Dude. We'll do a what's the thing called? What's the game show that they used to do?
Exactly. Can't even think of the game show.
No, it was like the school game show that they used to do.
Are you smarter than a fifth grader?
On Channel 3. No. It was like local. I can't think of what it was called. Anyways, we can do a like public school trivia. If you want to tomorrow, if you're going to be here tomorrow, let's do public school trivia.
Okay.
You want to?
Yeah, I'm smart.
Canadian versus US.
Yeah.
Let's pull questions from each. See if you can talk to your people back home. round up some questions. I'll bring my own Memphis City Schools questions, and we'll see who's victorious. How about that?
Is this a challenge?
It's a challenge.
Okay.
It's my Raw After Mania challenge to you. We ain't gonna wrestle.
Do you think the girl who pops out of an egg is scared of a challenge? I'm an effing dinosaur.
You're the chaotic Canadian.
Yeah.
The Knowledge Bowl. That's what it's called. We'll have our own personal Knowledge Bowl. How about that?
Word.
All right. I'm going to watch Monday Night Raw After Mania. Raw After Mania is always one of the biggest shows of the year, so that's going to be fun. Also, wanted to real quick say I watched the Curb Your Enthusiasm series finale last night.
I don't like that show.
And you don't like Curb? You did like Seinfeld, I remember.
Okay, so here's the thing about Seinfeld.
Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah, I don't think I like it, but do I watch it every day before bed? Yeah. But do I like it?
So Jerry Seinfeld was in the finale last night.
Oh, that's actually really cute.
Yeah, and it actually, what they did was, in a sense, they like fixed the Seinfeld finale. It was like their way of making the Seinfeld finale, which was very controversial, right? So Curb Your Enthusiasm started.
You didn't like the Seinfeld finale? They all go to jail, right?
I'm not a Seinfeld guy. I love Curb,
either,
though.
But I don't think I've ever laughed out loud watching Seinfeld. Why do I watch it every day?
It's easy. It's like The Office is legit funny.
The Office is. I have watched The Office every episode. I could say the words of The Office as it's going every episode, and I still laugh.
No, me too. I completely agree.
Why have we never done Office stuff before?
We'll throw Office trivia in there. You want to?
Hey, my mom actually sent me 5 Office questions that you would only know if you're a real Office fan.
Bring them to the table. Bring them to the table.
Right now?
No. We don't have time for that. But we'll do it. We'll do more of these shows.
I have 15 minutes. I'm starving.
Yeah,
so.
Let's get you out of here.
Yeah.
But Curb Your Enthusiasm, shout out. That show started in the year 2000.
Oh my God, I wasn't even born then.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Shut up.
Older than me?
Get out of here. You got me for a second.
It was normal in here. Why is it freezing? It's snowing.
It's the eclipse, y'all.
My God.
All right.
What's the best thing we've read?
You know what? Let's just direct people. There's a bunch of great articles coming out about the Marc Gasol retirement ceremony. I mean, you had Calkins, Harrington. I think Drew and DeMichael wrote stuff too. So I would say just go find one of your favorite local beat writers. They probably got a great story up about the Marc Gasol jersey retirement ceremony. Oh, you got something?
Or be less nerdy and don't read and just go watch the documentary on Memphis Grizzlies YouTube.
How about that?
What's on tap for tomorrow?
I don't know. I don't know what's on tap for tomorrow.
Hey, I know something.
Yeah.
This might not interest you.
Yeah.
And I don't know if your viewership is women.
Yeah, I think so. We like women on this show.
There is a series coming out tomorrow that I am so excited to watch. What?
What is it?
It's on HBO. It's on Max, whatever it's called now, and it's called Brandy Hellville. Did you ever hear the brand Brandy Melville?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so for anyone my age, and I know this is not really like what's on tap for tomorrow, like I know this is about the show, but just a little heads up to everyone. If you're my age, you grew up with the store Brandy Melville. It's an Australian brand, and the controversy, like every high school girl, everyone wanted to shop there. Everyone. It was iconic.
Mm-hmm.
The controversy is that it was one size fit all store.
Okay.
And obviously, everyone is not a one size fit all human being.
Got it.
And so this documentary is coming out now about how they treated their employees and about how, like, obviously exclusive the entire brand was. And it airs tomorrow. And I have been counting down the days.
Okay.
I'm so excited to watch it. Again, I know that's not what is on tap for tomorrow for this show, but just a heads up to everyone that is going to be really cool because that store terrorized teenage girls.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I don't fit into one size fit all.
Interesting.
Bennett.
Okay.
I'm a giant.
I'll check it out. GP will be here in the Open tomorrow. We're gonna put together a great show for you. We'll be talking about the national championship game, Raw After Mania. We'll have a good show for you.
I'll be in my Purdue shirt, just spitting off Canadian facts.
Go Boilermakers.
I'm frozen and I'm starving.
All right.
The eclipse has made me cranky now.
Yep. I told you. Something in the air. Something in the air.
Something in the air, baby.
Yep. All right.
See you tomorrow.
Bye, y'all.